Hi, how are you today?
Hello, I'm very well, thank you.
Good. Would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Yes, well, I'm Brigitte and I live in Banbridge in Northern Ireland.
What was it like before you had Ethel?
Well, I live in Northern Ireland and I am from France. So I'm an only child as well. So um, life was very difficult. It was fine at the beginning. I've been here 40 years. It was fine. But as my father died, my mother was on her own, became a widow. I was the only one being able to look after her. So as she grew older, things became more and more difficult. I went to France as much as I could. We phoned each other. Um, well, at the beginning, we phoned each other. It was very expensive. We couldn't phone each other much, but we phoned each other, every day as she grew older. And a lot of responsibility for me and, living so far away.
Problems were you trying to solve with Ethel?
Well, the problem the constant worry
Yeah.
of how my mother was coping, and and the loneliness that she was feeling, being away from her only child,
Yeah.
and the fact that I have no family. I have absolutely no one who can look after my mother.
Yeah.
The only person I relied was a friend, but she's got her own family. So really, the entire responsibility was for her on me, and you know, she has she had a carer who came, just once a week. Um, she's very alert, but it was mainly the worry of knowing she's on her own and not knowing, and not seeing her, just um, feeling, what's happening, and knowing she was very sad to have only
Of
one
course.
child and not to be able to see me, and to be with me. It's been tough now, really.
Yeah. And what made Ethel stand out compared to other options?
Well, to be honest, I don't think there are any other options. I mean, uh, there's a tablet, right?
Yeah, of
She's
course.
capable of using a tablet. I have tried to make her use a mobile. She can't even understand a mobile. The only
Yeah.
thing she manages to do now is answer the mobile,
Yeah.
but that's about it. There seemed to be in France a tablet for seniors, but
Yeah.
when I looked at it, it was far too complicated, and the screen itself was more like a tablet, and I knew my mother couldn't cope with that. So,
Yeah.
to be honest, I don't see any other option except, the phone.
Yeah.
That's all we could use
Yeah, of
to keep
course.
in touch.
And it's really helpful with Ethel as well because you have that large screen and the large buttons.
That's the main advantage. To be honest, it's the simplicity of the screen,
Yeah.
because she can't cope with anything complicated. So, even I bought the simplest mobile I could, and she can't work it. So
Yeah.
tablet, she couldn't work it. With Ethel, she only has, the only thing we use is four buttons
Yeah.
for the macarons. No, yes, we use, she's got on her screen, she's got phone,
Yeah.
call, and she's got photos, videos, and call me, because when I'm at work, she knows she can't always disturb me.
Yeah.
So in the evening, every night at 20 past 7, she phones me.
Yeah.
So when I say phone, she video calls me. But if she wants me during the day, she knows to press the button, call me. And as soon as I'm free, I can call her.
Yeah.
So that's all she needs. And she wouldn't be able to cope with very much. She doesn't cope with messages or anything like that. That's all she wants. And then when she feels lonely during the day, she looks at the videos and giggles on her own. And then my daughter is very good at sending her photos every day and
Oh, that's
videos
good.
every
Yeah.
day. And you know, she never feels alone. She knows she can call me so that I call her if I'm at work.
Yeah.
And then every single night she video calls me. So it's been absolutely amazing for us, for our family.
This question, you have just touched on it as well, but how has it impacted your mother's life compared to
Changed
before
her life.
Ethel's?
I mean, it has changed our lives. It's changed her life because she feels that she's close to us, and it saved. You know, it has just made my life so much easier. I can see her. I can see from her features if she's well or not.
Yeah.
And the contact, it literally changed her life, definitely. With the distance, I mean, there seems to be no distance. It feels like she lived, you know, a few kilometers away from me. And that's what she thinks. She feels that she's just a few kilometers from me.
Yeah, perfect. And can you give an example of how you use Ethel? I know you were telling me about the video calling, but do you have a nice story about how you got your mother involved in, I don't know, a special occasion or something like that?
Well, the biggest thing for us is that, well, I've got 2 children,
Yeah.
and my daughter has got 2 daughters. So she's got 2 great grandchildren, which is
Amazing.
quite something.
Yeah.
So she's 94 and she's got 2 grandchildren of 1 year and 3 year. And she was able to see her grandchild. The second grandchild was born in November, so she wasn't here. And she's been able to see her second granddaughter from birth. She's seen her growing up, and she says she's amazed because she actually sees every little development. You know, when they start looking, and she says, look, she's smiling at me. And then, you know, when it's starting to walk, and so she has been able to, she should be seeing, you know, before Ethel, we saw each other twice a year. So she should have been able to see her great granddaughters only twice a year. And now every single day, my daughter is very, very good at, you know, video calling my mother as well every day. So she calls me at 7:20, and my daughter, you know, phones her as well at some stage. And she is able to, even if it's not long, it's only a few minutes, because at that age, you know, they can't really focus too long, but she feels that she sees them regularly. You know, she just is part of the family. She's entirely part of the family.
Yeah, and must be lovely as well to see all those milestones being hit as well, especially.
Oh, it's incredible. I mean, she's so privileged to be able to be, you know, with us every day, really. That's what she feels, that she's with us every day.
Perfect. And what has exceeded your expectations about Ethel?
Well, certainly the way my mother took to it, that has astonished me. I didn't think she would be able to cope with it. She just took to it immediately. She's completely addicted to it. Like, she keeps saying, now that man is not going to take it away from me, is he? You know, she says, she just doesn't want to give it up. I mean, she's scared of it. You know, what if I didn't have it? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know how we would cope now if she didn't have it. You know, it's really, she absolutely relies on it to be, and also, now, when I used to leave her, it was awful, you know, this departure, knowing she was completely on her own, that no one was there for her. And I used to just cry the whole way into the airport and in the plane. It was just awful. When I leave, I say to her, right, you know, I'll just be able to see you tonight. I'll video call you tonight. And as soon as I've arrived home. So she hasn't been heartbroken, and I haven't been heartbroken as much to leave her, because I knew, well, sure, we'll see each other tonight, and it doesn't feel like I'm really far. You know, it's just like I'm going down the road and not miles and miles away. So that has been incredible.
Yeah. And final question is, what would you tell somebody who is considering buying an Ethel?
I would say just go, try it, and you will not want to give it away. I mean, for an old person, it's so simple that, you know, a 94-year-old like my mother can actually use it. It's just so simple to use. Also, the backup, I just find that as soon as you have an issue with it, you can actually, there's someone there at the end of the phone to help you. And that's the other thing I found. I found that the help has been incredible, that, you know, everybody at Ethel has been trying to help and putting the old person first. It's always been what my mother wanted. You know, how would she cope with this? And, you know, what suggestions did I have to make? How could she be helped? You know, and that is amazing. It seems to be that it's not something that's for everybody like that. It's always targeted to the individual. So it's that I have appreciated very much, because my circumstances have been very different from other people that you know, maybe Ethel is meeting, but it's just been really targeted for just what my mother wants.
Yeah, perfect. And just finally, if your mother could say something quickly on camera, that would be absolutely fantastic.
Yes, so she cannot say Ethel in French.
No, that's fine.
So Ethel, we call it Estelle.
Estelle,
You know,
yeah, okay, that's fine. We'll have to get it changed for you, Brigitte.
Maman, elle voudrait simplement que tu dises d'abord, que tu t'introduises, que tu dises ton nom, et puis voilà, simplement ton nom, je suppose.
Mme Guérin.
Oui, Reine.
Oui, voilà.
Alors, tu dis je suis Reine.
Alors, je parle là maintenant?
Oui, vas-y.
Je m'appelle Guérin Reine et j'habite à Nantes, en Loire-Atlantique.
Voilà.
Voilà.
Et oui, attends, elle va te poser une question. Do you want to ask her a question?
Yeah, what is your favorite feature on Ethel?
Oui, qu'est-ce que tu préfères dans Estelle?
Dans Estelle, eh ben, c'est de vous voir tous les soirs, de pouvoir vous parler. J'ai l'impression que vous êtes à la maison. Alors là, tous les soirs, j'attends avec impatience. Et puis, j'ai en plus des photos, des vidéos. Je trouve la tablette que c'est vraiment magique et je ne pourrais pas m'en passer.
Perfect.
So, do you want me to translate?
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay. Well, she said that she thought that the tablet is magical. She says to be able to talk to us every night. She feels we're really close to her, and she looks forward to seeing us every night.
Yeah.
So she said it was just magical.